Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. I have a little mini holiday book haul to share with you guys. I don't know what it is about these holiday Christmas themed books. I'm not even the biggest Christmas holiday person, to be completely honest, but for some reason, whenever I see that holiday themed table at Barnes, I just have no self-control and I can't contain myself. These books to me are just so cute and so good. They hit every single time, even if they're not objectively the best books. Something about them just bring me so much comfort and happiness, so I love reading them every year to get into the holiday spirit. I'm going to show you guys the ones I picked up this year that I'm very excited to read, so let's hop right into it. The very first book that I picked up is The Wedding Witch by Erin Sterling, and this is actually the third book in her Ex-Hex series, so it follows the Ex-Hex and then the Kiss Curse, and then this one is book 3. So this one is kind of unique and interesting to me because if you're familiar with this series at all, you will know that the first two books are more like witchy Halloween type rom-coms. So when I heard she was coming out with the third book in this series, I was very excited, but I was planning on saving it to read next Halloween because 2 Halloweens ago I read the Ex-Hex, and then this past October I read book 2, The Kiss Curse. So I was like, I'm saving book 3 for the next Halloween because these books are just perfect to get me in that witchy Halloween mood. And then I saw the cover and I was like, wait a minute, this seems like it would be more appropriate for Christmas time. And as I'm reading the back, I think that is very much the case. This book follows the third Penhallow brother because books 1 and 2 followed the 2 other brothers. So this one is following Bowen Penhallow, and he somehow gets invited to this Yuletide wedding. And our female main character is actually a little bit different in this one because she is human and not a witch, unlike the first 2 books. This one also is a little different from the other 2 because it's set in Wales, which is where the Penhallow brothers are from. The first 2 books were set where our female main characters live, which is in Georgia in the US. So I kind of like that we're switching up the setting a little bit. Somehow the 2 characters end up meeting at this wedding together, and it says that they have a romance under the mistletoe. This one just sounds like it's gonna be so fun. I love that it's kind of different from the first 2 books, and it sounds like such a good balance between like the witchiness and the spooky vibes, but then being set around Christmas time. So I kind of love that it's so different from the other 2, but perfect to read this time of year. The next book I picked up is All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. One of Maggie Knox's books, The Holiday Swap, is one of my favorite Christmas books that I've ever read. It just gave me all the Hallmark movie vibes, everything I want from a Christmas book. It was perfect. I loved it. So I definitely wanted to read more from Maggie Knox. This one sounds so fun. It actually follows 2 characters who are contestants on a reality singing show. And I think it kind of has like a country music vibe to it because it's set in Nashville and the cover is giving me country vibes as well. So I love the juxtaposition of like this cozy kind of small town country feel, but it's set in Nashville and the reality show element. It's just giving so many things that I love in books. It also sounds like the couple is kind of shipping them as a singing duet, but in real life they can't stand each other, it says. So it's going to be a little bit fake dating, a little bit hate to love. It's just giving me everything I want, like I said, and I cannot wait to read more from Maggie Knox. This one sounds like it's going to be so good. The next book I picked up is Teeny Tiny. She is just over 100 pages, and this is Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan. Look how beautiful this cover is. It is just giving me all the quaint, cozy Christmas vibes. It looks like a painting. But I've heard such great things about Claire Keegan and her writing. She is an Irish author, which if you know anything about me, you know I love Irish books. And this one is actually set in this small Irish town. I believe it takes place in the 80s. Our male main character is a coal merchant, and it says one morning while he's delivering to a customer, he ends up facing something that causes him to confront an issue from his past, as well as what's playing out in present day in their town. It sounds like there's going to be commentary in here on kind of the church controlling this town. I don't know much about what was going on in Ireland during this time, but I'm sure I'll find out as I read. I'm just very excited to give Claire Keegan and her books a try since I love Irish authors so much. She's one I haven't gotten to yet, and like I said, heard great things, and this one will be perfect for Christmas. It was also adapted into a movie recently, and Cillian Murphy plays the male main character, so if I like the book, I want to watch the movie, which I'm sure that I will. And the next romance book I picked up is Christmas at Reedy Falls by Elizabeth Sumner Waffler. And when I saw this title, I was like, wait a minute, Reedy Falls? I know Reedy Falls. I live at Reedy Falls. That is my hometown. Is this the same Reedy Falls? And as I was reading the back, I was like, yes, this is my hometown. So this book is like set where I live, which is so cool because I've never known of a book set here, which is so fun. And one of the main parts of the setting is this really well-known hotel downtown, which I've been to so many times. It's like a popular place to go drink at their bar and just like walk around. When I was looking at the reviews on Goodreads, I saw it compared to a Josie Silver book, which I loved Josie Silver's One Day in December book so much. So I'm hoping this gives me the same vibes. This one says that our main character's grandfather recently passed away and left her with a mysterious box of objects from the time she spent with him in New Mexico when she was 3. It says that her grandfather was Native American, and being at this hotel downtown brought back memories of her grandfather because this hotel is filled with Native American art. That is so cool because I've actually like walked through the Native American art gallery at this hotel so many times, like at least once a month I go there. So that is so cool that this is the setting. Our male main character is a photographer from Boston who comes to visit, and he has some family secrets of his own. So I just cannot wait. I feel like I am going to be a little bit biased because of the setting, but I promise to give my honest review and opinion on this, and if I end up loving it, I am hyping the hell out of this book because it's putting our city on the map. I cannot wait to read this. I'm just really excited about it being set in my hometown. And the last book that I picked up for the holiday season is The Wish by Nicholas Sparks. I've actually never read a Nicholas Sparks book before. I've watched plenty of his movies that have been adapted from his books, but never read one of his actual books. And I constantly hear this one recommended, not just for the Christmas season, but for New Year's as well. And the cover does have fireworks on the front, so I feel like it will be great for the holiday season in general. This one does sound like it has an emotional element to the story in addition to the romance, which is very on par with how his movies that I've seen are. Our female main character, Maggie, it sounds like she is a very busy person. She lives a very hectic kind of lifestyle as a travel photographer, and she ends up unexpectedly being grounded over Christmas because she gets a medical diagnosis, and she ends up befriending a young man. He recounts to her a story of another Christmas. So it sounds kind of similar to The Notebook, where he's like telling her the story of the past, which I feel like this book is probably going to have dual timelines in it, but I'm very excited with how much I've heard this book recommended for the holiday season. I feel like I might make this the very last book I read of the year if the timing works out. I'm very excited to read Nicholas Sparks for the first time after being a fan of his movies. So that's going to conclude this holiday book haul. Very short and sweet, but again, I have to have some self-control or I would literally buy all of the holiday themed books. So let me know if you guys have read any of these books, what your thoughts are on them, what holiday books you are reading over the season. I definitely want to do some kind of holiday book themed reading vlog, so let me know if there are any of these books in this video that you'd want to see featured in a reading vlog. Be sure you are subscribed to stay tuned and not miss out on any of my future book videos. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy watching. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you so soon in my next video. Bye guys.